Okay, so I saw Shazam and it wasn't terrible. Truth be told, I've never been a fan of the comic books. The art was just way too close to Superman, and I couldn't relate to yet another white man being the chosen one. Needless to say, my heart was not open for this movie. I watched you all tear Captain Marvel a new one for being mediocre, then praise Shazam for the same reason. This will not stand. I'm way too petty to let this slide. So, like my brethren before me, I will proceed to point out every single flaw in Shazam. Warning, big time spoilers ahead. Let's start with the most egregious offense, that suit. Oh my God, that suit is garbage. Why did Zachary Levi bother to bulk up if they were just gonna pad him like a toddler on a tricycle? It's obvious the costume designer didn't give a hoot because it looks like he got that costume in a bag at Party City. If you disagree, I really need you to up your superhero standards because he dead got that costume from Fashion Nova. Another thing that bothered me was that the chemistry between the actors who played Billy Batson and Shazam was way off. They just seem like two different people instead of Shazam being a grown-up manifestation of Billy. Shazam was just too childish for me. And yes, I get it. He was supposed to be a 14-year-old boy, but let's remember that he ran away and subsequently was abandoned by 23 homes. This boy is supposed to be so troubled that he stole his crippled foster brother prized possession day one. Oh yeah, and where the heck was Amanda Waller? My man was out here stealing electronics and wreaking havoc on the city. It's not like he'd be hard to find. My man was uploading videos on the regular on YouTube, and there's no way he would know how to use a VPN. I also hated the design on the 7 demons. I'm just tired of seeing these reptile-like creatures. They just all look like Doomsday to me. Speaking of Doomsday, what was up with that Superman half cameo? It served absolutely no purpose to the story, and honestly, it looked weird. This movie went through a series of rewrites, and it was evident. If it weren't for the last act, this movie would be trash. The timing of the jokes didn't land, and the CGI was not that good in the beginning. Don't argue with me on this one. I know what I saw. And people are really out here praising the movie like it was amazing through and through. I'm just way too petty to let that go. You guys don't even realize you're watching the rise of a villain. Just know that you all did this to me. Now, in all fairness, I will acknowledge some of the strong points of the movie. As I mentioned before, the last act was fire. Megan Good was in it. Megan Good. I had to do everything in my power not to squeal in delight in that movie theater. I also liked how they acknowledged all the other heroes in the universe, although I wasn't quite sure when Shazam was set. Like, did this happen before or after Justice League? All in all, I'm fine with saying the movie was okay. I'm just confused on why people aren't hating on it the way they were with Captain Marvel. Is it because DC hasn't been putting out good movies in the past, or because the message for this one was way easier to digest? Let me know your thoughts. Hit me up in my comments below or on the gram. Until next time, have a fantastic week, my friends.